Beginning, the ship that fell from the stars. The war between humanity and the Acral Dominion had ended 3 years ago, but its scars still burned across the galaxy. Rusted hulls of warships drifted through nebulae like the bones of titans, silent witnesses to endless destruction. Jaxon Hale, a human mechanic from the colony world of Rear 9, had no interest in glory or war. He repaired broken things, ships, droids, or people who needed a bit of kindness. After losing his family to orbital strikes, he chose exile on the edge of known space, working as a freelance salvager. That's when he found the derelict. It wasn't a human vessel. Its hull shimmered with biometal, alive and pulsing faintly like skin. A faint distress beacon whispered through the void in a strange frequency. The signature, Acral Royal Fleet. Great, Jaxon muttered, flicking switches in his cockpit. A ghost ship from the enemy. But curiosity, or maybe loneliness, won. He docked his old hauler, Starhound, with the alien wreck and stepped through the airlock with a plasma torch in hand. The corridors inside were organic, grown rather than built. The air tasted metallic, heavy with pheromones. He followed the soft heartbeat-like rhythm to a chamber lit by bioluminescent vines. And there she was. A figure lay slumped against a wall of living metal, a tall, elegant creature with silver-blue skin and a menere of translucent spines flowing down her back. Her chest rose weakly. A crown-like crest curved around her temples, cracked and bleeding faintly blue light. The moment Jaxon approached, her eyes snapped open, pupils vertical, glowing amber. "Human!" she hissed, voice like blades scraping glass. "You dare touch the queen of the Acral." Jaxon froze. "You're the queen." "I am Serath'kai, sovereign of 10 sons, the last of my kind's royal blood." Her hand shot up, claws pressing against his chest. But she was weak. Her breath hitched. Her gaze flickered. "You're dying," he said simply. "Let me help you. You would mend your enemy." "I fix what's broken," Jaxon replied, "even if it's angry and tries to kill me." For a moment, her expression faltered, somewhere between fury and disbelief. Then she fainted in his arms. Middle, the mechanic and the queen. Jaxon spent days inside the derelict, patching up the queen's injuries with what human medical gear he had and what the ship itself could provide. The vessel was semi-living. It responded to her presence, repairing itself slowly as she recovered. When Serath'kai woke fully, she found herself lying on a soft membrane bed, Jaxon asleep beside a humming console. "Human," she rasped. "You remain." He blinked awake, rubbing his eyes. "Someone had to make sure your ship didn't eat me." "You jest," she said, but there was a flicker of amusement. Days turned into weeks. They learned to understand each other, awkwardly at first. He explained human machines. She explained Acral bioengineering. She showed him how their ships were grown from the royal brood's genetic essence, part flesh, part star metal. Serath'kai slowly regained her strength, though anger still burned in her. "Your species destroyed my empire," she would say bitterly. "And yours bombed half of ours," Jaxon replied evenly. "We both lost too much." One evening, as the two worked to restore the ship's power core, an alarm sounded. Outside, sensors detected Acral war frigates approaching. Rogue ones, not loyal to the queen but scavengers of a fallen throne. "They will kill you," Serath'kai said, "and they will not spare me. They see me as weak." Jaxon grinned. "Then let's make them regret that." He jury-rigged the defense system using human plasma turrets tied to the bioship's neural tendrils. When the pirates arrived, they were met with a storm of energy bolts and living tendrils tearing through their hulls. After the battle, Serath'kai looked at Jaxon differently. "You fight like a warrior." He shrugged. "I just don't like bullies." She reached out, touching his shoulder gently, a strange gesture for a queen who had once ruled by fear. "Perhaps that is why your kind endures." Over time, her tone softened. Her laughter, once sharp as metal, became warm, melodic. Jaxon began to see not an alien monarch, but someone lonely, burdened by loss. One night, as he repaired a broken conduit, she asked quietly, "Why did you stay? You could have left once I healed." He looked up, eyes tired but kind. "Because you needed someone. And maybe so did I." For a heartbeat, her golden eyes shimmered with something beyond pride. She leaned closer, her bioluminescent crest glowing faintly, and she kissed him. The universe held its breath. The Queen's rage. Months passed. Together, they rebuilt her ship, the Throne of Dawn. Jaxon learned to live among the living metal, adjusting to its breathing rhythm. Serath'kai declared him an honor-bound mechanic of the Queen's court, though he laughed at the title. But when she discovered she was carrying a hybrid child, part human, part acral, her entire empire trembled. Word spread fast across the surviving acral fleets. Her generals, horrified by the union, demanded she destroy the abomination and execute the human. Serath'kai refused. "I will not harm what is mine," she declared, her voice echoing through the bioship's holes. The generals turned against her. Fleets encircled her throne world, Etherian Prime, and civil war ignited among the stars. Jaxon begged her to flee with him. "We can go anywhere, live quietly, raise a kid somewhere safe." Her eyes burned like twin suns. "Do you think I can abandon my people? My throne? My child will inherit the stars, Jaxon." "Then what about me?" She looked away, pain flickering across her regal features. "You are not of this world. You would die here." The battle raged for days. Jaxon was forced to fight beside her, manning weapons he barely understood. The skies above Etherian turned crimson as loyalists clashed with rebels. In the final confrontation, Serath'kai unleashed her wrath. Her roar shattered communication channels, her ship's living tendrils tearing through entire fleets. She was terrifying, unstoppable. But when she emerged victorious, her fury didn't fade. She turned to Jaxon, trembling with emotion. "You made me weak," she said. "You made me love." He stepped closer. "And that's why you won." Her claws trembled. "If you leave, Jaxon, if you ever try to leave my world." He reached out, ignoring the danger, and pulled her into an embrace. Her body stiffened. Every warrior in the throne room froze, expecting his death. But then she collapsed against him, shaking. The glow in her eyes dimmed as she whispered, "You foolish human, why does this feel like peace?" Ending. The Queen and her mechanic. Years passed. The war was over. The new acral human accord stood fragile but real. On Etherian Prime, the palace grew vines of light, shimmering in the atmosphere. Children of two worlds played beneath alien suns. Inside the royal workshop, Jaxon worked on repairing a hovercraft, grease on his hands. Behind him, Serath'kai entered, wearing simpler attire, her royal crest glimmering softly. "Our daughter wishes to visit Earth," she said, smiling faintly. "She'll love it," Jaxon replied, grinning. "She already takes after you, stubborn as a plasma weld." Serath'kai tilted her head. "And you?" He looked up, still fixing things. "Still here." Her gaze softened. "I once swore I would never let you leave my world." Jaxon stepped closer, wrapping his arms around her. "And I never wanted to." Outside, the twin suns set over a horizon of crystal towers and biometal trees, two civilizations reborn from war, healed by something neither had believed in: empathy. The Queen who once raged against the universe found peace in the arms of the human who dared to hug her.